See, I like you sidekicks. It's nice having someone so predictable to snatch up for one of my jokes. The hero's always playing their games of hide and seek, and it gets boring after a while. I like playing tag instead with you sidekicks. Oh, it gets the blood pumping, don't you think? Now I'm going to need you to come with me because you're it now. You were too slow to pull out your gun. That's what you get with reflexes like that. I can see why you're the sidekick. But don't worry, unlike your hero, I won't leave you alone to fail. Oh no, I won't let you leave my side for even a moment. You see, I'm in need of a sidekick, and I don't really like your hero. So since they've taken a lot of my fun and my toys away from me, I decided it was time to take something of theirs. Something that I can use to my heart's desires. What better than their sidekick? Oh, we're going to have so much fun together, aren't we? Fighting good and justice, disturbing the peace, painting the city red. All of that jazz. You sidekicks are really a riot. Not much going on upstairs, is there? Don't worry, I prefer that. It makes it easier for me to mold you into what I want you to be. And hey, it'll be a lot less pain for you in the long run. Less to give up when your sanity begins slipping away. Oh, of course, I know you aren't going to be my sidekick willingly. That would ruin my fun. It's been a while since I've done torturing and conditioning. The thought of it just is too delicious to bear. My mouth is watering at the thought of strapping you down and showing you everything that I have to offer. I obtained so many new toys after your hero trashed my others. No matter. I bought bigger and shinier ones. It's only going to hurt a lot. But don't worry, after everything's all said and done with, and I've obliterated every sane thought of yours that doesn't have anything to do with any order I give you, then I'll give you my blessing. My blessing of conditioning your little body to welcome and love the pain that I give. Now doesn't that sound like fun? Imagine getting pleasure from pain. Sure, the process will be painful at first, but it'll be worth it. By the end of it, you may be asking me to hurt you to feel the bliss again. But until then, you aren't going to get much pleasure from this. Too slow yet again. Surprising I didn't have to shoot another shot. Usually tranquilizers are much slower than bullets and easier to dodge if you're trained well enough. Tell me, how many fingers am I holding up? That's right. Let the drugs kick into your body. Give in to it. You're going to be wishing you were under them back home. Wakey, wakey. Just in time. I'm just getting you all strapped in. Can't have you running off. And it's also for your own safety, too. I know once the serums and the shocks kick in, your body is going to be twitching and flailing like it's possessed. Don't want you to be bruised and scarred from your own doing. What kind of sadist would I be if I let you hurt yourself when I could be doing it 10 times worse? I'll begin with peeling back the layers of your mind one by one and making each wall of your mind collapse into itself and flutter away with the sanity you're losing. I'm sure you'll bravely try to fight it at first, and I encourage you to do so, because that means I can hurt you more for lashing out. It's a win-win. You get to say that you fought bravely until the end, and I get to crank up my toys higher and higher until bravery is no longer an option to you. I'm sure your hero would be so proud to see you so strong, but all too soon, I know my serums and my shocks will take their toll. You're going to be sharing such secrets with me, secrets that are mine alone to know. And oh, I'll cherish your secrets like the sweetest treats that have ever been bestowed on me. I'll savor each and every word that completes it. I'll know everything. What do you think? Should we film this for the memories? Maybe make slides just in case your hero doesn't like the film. Because I do plan to show them, and make an extra copy for him to keep if he so chooses. Now let's see. Do we start with the shocks, or do we start with the serums first? You know, what the hell? I'm in a good mood. Let's do both. Now hold still. Or don't. If the needle misses a few times here and there, what does it matter? Shocking, isn't it? Happy you're getting a nice buzz. We're just warming up. Well, if it isn't the hero finally here to try and save what's left of their sidekick. It's ironic, this situation. Usually heroes get into their hero business to protect their loved ones, and the ones that they hold close to them. But here we are. You were off saving a city of strangers while your very own sidekick was being tortured and conditioned for hours upon hours. It'd be funny if it wasn't so pathetic. Oh, what the hell. I'll laugh anyway. You lost, hero. Your little sidekick is now mine. Isn't that right? How about you give your hero a big ol' smile for me? Do you see that smile, hero? That smile is my smile. They're smiling for me, and only me. I've got them all fucked in the head in the most beautiful way possible. It's almost artistic what I've done. They really are a keeper now, and there's still so much I want to do to them, but all in due time, once we finally get rid of you together. Another irony. The person you're trying to save is the one who's going to be your demise. While I would love to take the pleasure in producing the final blow, it would be too good not to let my sidekick have more of a reason to be fucked in the head like me. The last sound you'll hear is our laughter. I don't suggest moving. I have my gun here too. You move, I'll blast your sidekick. And it would really be a shame for me to do. I really, really like them, and I want to play with them. Be quick, my creation. Deliver the punchline and do it with a pretty smile on your face, Oh, that's right, let it out. Isn't that what they say? Smile through the tears. Your mind and body and shattered soul is mine now. Stop fighting, because you can't even stop yourself pointing the gun at them. It's always about the delivery. What a moving speech. The police commissioner has such a way with words. I'm not usually one for tears, but I dare say I felt my eyes getting a little glossy there. A fittingly sappy speech for sending off such a noble hero. It's just so hard to believe he's gone, you know. It doesn't feel real. Like any moment, he'll come swooping down from a gargoyle and knock my lights out. It almost feels too good to be true. Oh, I see that speech got to you as well, my little sidekick. Come on, chin up. Your hero wouldn't want you to cry over him, would he? He'd want you to send him off with a smile. If you can smile while gunning him down, surely you can smile now. Don't be like that. What has you so moody? Is it because it's a closed casket funeral? Are you sad no one gets to see your handiwork? That's understandable. I know I ordered you to, but you really did do such a wonderful job making sure he was unidentifiable under the mask. The face and fingerprints were obvious enough, but dental records? An excellent catch. I have half a mind to gather up the leftover teeth and make you a little trophy to commemorate a job well done. Ah, you look little green around the gills. Yes, it might seem excessive, but a hero's secret identity is first and foremost, even in death. I worked you so hard to find out, and now the public gets to know just because they want to mourn. Not on my watch. Your hero can take his secret to the grave. Literally. I only wish I could be a bit closer to the main attraction. It's a beautiful day, and they sectioned off the whole park for this memorial, and yet here we are in this dingy old building watching through binoculars. Not that the view from up here isn't lovely, but I can't help but feel, left out. Is this what your hero felt like? I wonder. Always lurking on rooftops instead of joining the party. No wonder he was so dark and brooding all the time. It's enough to drive you crazy. Oh, you know what we should do? Go down there and say hello. After all, your hero and I were closer than most. All the times we saw each other, the games we played, the battles fought silhouetted against the moon. There's almost something intimate about it, isn't there? I bet I could give a wonderful speech. Maybe send him off with a few friends. No shame in sharing a grave with... What was that? Could you say that into my good ear, sidekick? I couldn't have heard you correctly. It almost sounded like you told me no. You did! Now I know I love a good joke, but don't you think you should save them for a more tasteful occasion? Here I thought you wanted to be more serious when sending off... Looks like all of this doom and gloom has shocked some sense back into you. That's not a problem. I can shock it right back out once we get home. Still, I never thought anything could make you angry enough to hit me. After everything I've done everything I've done to you. I must be losing my touch. Oh, I know what this is. The second stage of grief. I should have seen this coming. Let out all the anger you need. I'm right here for you, little sidekick. I'm always here for you, whether you like it or not. Shut up. That's not a very nice thing to say when someone offers you support. Here I am trying to be nice, and you throw it right back in my face. Show some gratitude. You got me. What are you going to do to me, Cry, scream in my face, beat me until you paint the floor red. Maybe all three? Oh, how exciting. It's all fun and games until someone pulls out a knife, isn't it? Then it's even more fun. I didn't think you had it left in you. But as impressive as this little display is, I don't think you'll kill me. You can't. Because the fact is, my little sidekick, I'm all you have. Let's run down the list, shall we? You lost your parents when you were young, so family's out of the equation. The closest thing you did have to a parent is currently being covered in dirt. And you spent so much time running around in tights that you didn't have time to make any friends. But even if you had, do you honestly think you could go back to them like this? Do you think you can go back to society as you are? Oh, I'm sure you could hide the scars I left on your body, but the ones in your mind run far too deep. Sooner or later, they'd start to show. All it would take is for someone to grab you just the wrong way. Trigger a memory with a word or a look, and you'd be back on my table running through each and every wonderful way I hurt you. You're broken, and society doesn't have the patience for broken goods. Besides, can you even imagine how it would feel, walking through the city, seeing reminders of your dear departed hero everywhere, knowing that whenever a crime went unsolved, it was because of you? What would happen if people found out you were the reason he wasn't around? Oh, they'd hate you. They would. They'd hate you. They'd loathe you. They'd despise you. Angry mobs don't coddle monsters. They hunt them down with torches and pitchforks and drive them to the farthest corners of the earth. Not me, though. I'd never drive you away, because you are my precious little creation. And I'm the only one left in this world who will accept you. There's nowhere for you to run except to me. And as long as I'm alive, sidekick, there's nowhere you can hide. But if you feel so strongly about it, go ahead. Kill me like you killed your hero. Or maybe you want to make it a little messier. Oh, I bet you do. I've been rubbing off on you. If you're going to be my successor, then I can die with a smile on my face. As predictable as always, I see. On the one hand, it's good to see my conditioning still holds up. But on the other, I must admit, sadly anticlimactic. Here I thought you were finally broken enough for some real fun. No matter. There'll be plenty of time for that. Crying again. Honestly, no one likes a wet blanket. Cheer up! Think of all the fun we're going to have together. With the hero gone, this city's like a candy store. You and I are going to help ourselves to everything. Without that bat looming on the horizon, the future's bright. Still, that being said, I don't much like you telling me no. You should be more careful where you leave your things. Wouldn't want to lose that knife, would you? Don't worry. You shouldn't have a problem finding it now. What did you expect? Did you think I'd let you have your little tantrum and then just walk away? That's not how this works. You do what I say, and you do it with a smile. I don't even feel like going down to the funeral and causing a ruckus anymore. You've spoiled my mood, and that'll cost you. Well, not an arm or a leg or even a whole leg, but at least a knife in one. Ah, but that's the problem, isn't it? Pain isn't much of a punishment if you enjoy it. And even with that grimace, I know you enjoy it. At least a little. Sure, I enjoy it as well, and this is about improving my mood. But, I don't know, it just doesn't make me feel better. How to teach you a lesson? Oh, I've got it. I know just what to do with you. Once we get back home, I'm going to strap you down nice and tight, gag you, then turn out the lights and leave you there. I know I said back when we met that I'd never take my eyes off of you, but I won't. I'll be watching you the whole time, with a camera monitor and some popcorn. Oh, that look of confusion. How delightfully like you, simple little sidekick. Why is that a punishment? Because sooner or later you're going to start thinking. About everything I've said. About everything you've done. About what you could have done. And those thoughts are going to get louder. And louder. And louder until your head feels like it's going to split. If there's any guilt left in you, it's going to eat you alive. Roll your eyes at me all you want. You know it's true. That little head of yours is an echo chamber without me by your side. If there's one thing I learned in that miserable excuse for an asylum, it's the dangers of having too much time to think. And that was with being able to talk to myself. People like you and I don't do well in solitary. It's enough to drive you crazy. By the time I come back, I'm sure you'll be begging me to hurt you just to give you something else to focus on. But don't worry. I'm sure that being separated from you will make me eager to play. And since clearly there's still a bit of that goody-goody sidekick in you, I promise I won't rest until I've worked out all the kinks. Or maybe I should say until I've worked a few in. Now, unless you wanted to get one last look at your hero, I think it's time we took our leave. We have a lot to do when we get home, after all. Or at least, I do.